Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk about everything from video games to politics to just whatever the heck we feel like talking about. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. I'm Saph.
And I'm Tang. And welcome to Gaming Dads.
Welcome back to the old channel. Today, I would like to say thank you again. Today's Veterans Day, so all you vets out there, I appreciate what you do for this country. I'm a vet myself, so it's near and dear to my heart. But with that, let's get into what we're going on today. But before that, I'm sorry. Please hit the subscribe, the like, the bell so you know we're coming out with some more stuff, and leave us a comment on what you want to talk about. We can talk about anything. And don't you worry, your pretty little ass. We're gonna come out with a politics one. We got something about that. But we're not here for that today. Today we're talking about our top classes we want to play in Shadowlands.
Today we're talking about our top picks for Shadowlands. And real quick, I just want to say a personal thank you to Saph. 20 years of your life in the military, buddy. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service.
And now I'm lost as fuck and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Apparently, at the end of this month, I'm going to start cleaning some pools or fixing some pools. That's what it is. But I'll be a pool guy.
You'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. I don't know
how
long that'll last.
Today, we're both going to go over our top 4 picks for Shadowlands. We've kind of narrowed in our main. We haven't 100%. We both want to try to main 2 tunes. Saph did it most of it last expansion. I'm going to try to do it this expansion. We're going to start out with our 4th tune. So I'm going to start first. If my 4th place tune is going to be the Mage. I like it the most because I played the Mage for 8 years straight as my main. First 8 years of WoW.
What happened to that Mage?
We'll go into that later. Needless to say, I no longer have that account. He has been banned and put in the ban box. But I like the Mage. I like the familiarity I have with it. I know the specs. I like it as a range. The blink's really fun. You got a shield. I've got a lot of experience with it. It's been my alt the last 2 expansions with my Demon Hunter. Normally it's my 2nd, but I'm feeling a little more love for some melee, as you'll see. And that's my choice, Mage, 4th place. And
Go ahead.
So Saph, what do you got?
My 4th place will be my 2nd main, since I mained 2 characters this last expansion. I rated 1 on Alliance and 1 on the Horde. But my 4th place would be the Huntard, most likely either BM or Marksman. I am not a fan of Survival, although I think it's a cool spec. I just think it's very weak. And if you guys watch our channel later on, when we start streaming it, you will see that we attempt to be hardcore raiders, but we are tryhards. So anyway, yeah, I'm very familiar with it. Like I said, I raided with it all last expansion and the expansion before that for a little bit of time. It's a pretty easy class to play. Just kind of slam my face on the keyboard and roll it around a little bit, and I'm doing pretty solid deeps. So over to you for number 3.
For number 3, I'm gonna go with the Ret Paladin. I really
Good
like
choice, friend.
I really like Ret Paladin's burst potential. They're a little slow, but they got their new ability where they mount up's pretty nice. I did main it in WoD. I was a Ret Paladin main in WoD, so I have a little bit of experience. It's really fun. I don't know if I'd stay Xanilari Troll. If I did decide to go with this, I'd probably race change. But yeah, so it would be Ret Paladin.
I like the Ret Paladin, and they got their little seals back, or not seals, their auras back, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they got their auras back. They're really good support class. You can throw someone and lay on hands. You can hell heal yourself. You can do some buffs. So they bring a lot. They bring a lot.
Nice.
What about you, buddy? What have you got at number 3?
Number 3 for me will be the Warlock, and I would most likely play Affliction because Destro is okay, but I played that a lot this last expansion, raiding with you guys. I did like it. I like Affliction better, and Demonology is a dumpster fire, so I think it's like literally the worst spec besides Enhancement Shaman. But
I hear the ramp up time with Demonology is like just retarded.
It's ridiculous. And by the time like you actually ramp up, everybody's so far ahead, like you can't even catch up. So, and then for Mythic Plus, it's total cardio. But I think it's a very cool class. They need a lot of buffs, in my opinion. So I do have a lot of experience with it. Like I said, I raided with it last expansion. I did all heroic. I didn't do much mythic with it. I think I did maybe 1 or 2 bosses mythic with it, but not as much knowledge with my hunter, because then I ended up at the end there, I switched my hunter over and I quit raiding on my warlock and just kind of raided on my hunter on the horde server with you. So number 2 for you, sir.
At number 2 for me, I'm gonna be going with the Death Knight, aptly
Death
named
Knight.
Dead Tang.
That's a good name.
I've never mained it in an expansion before. I've only ever leveled it as an alt, but something about the spells and the animations, they really caught my attention this time. And if what I'm hearing turns out to be true, which we won't really know until a couple weeks into the expansion, and Demon Hunters are garbage and Death Knights are OP, I'll probably main the Death Knight. Um, I really like it. I don't have any real experience with it, but I know how to read Wowhead. I know how to check other profiles, and like you said, we are some try-hard raiders. Maybe not the most skilled try-hard raiders, but we will at least clear heroic and scratch mythic. So hopefully we'll get cutting edge this tier. It would be nice.
Yeah. Number 2, I'm gonna try out the Boom Chicken. So
Boom chicken.
I've always wanted to play it because I like the versatility that I could go on all different kinds of, like I can tank, I can heal, I could do melee DPS, I could do range DPS. Let's be real, I'm not going to do melee DPS. Feral sucks, but if we needed a tank, I could tank. If we needed a heals, I could go heals. You know, it's kind of like that catch-all.
Yeah.
Just like I like that that opportunity to do that. So all the other ones I've picked have been all DPS like specs. So this is the only one that I had on my list. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm just sticking with range this tier. So when we raid lead, he's usually the melee. I'm usually the range. So it just kind of works out that way.
Works
So,
out
but
really
yeah,
good.
mine's Boom Chicken number 2. I have 0 experience with it. I played it in some raid finder and just tinkered with it, but I've done a lot of homework on it, and like just doing just regular damage through the world or Nathanos or whatever. I'm keeping up with my number 1, but not quite there. And gear's worse on this tune, but I got all the little 100 loot from the thing already that I needed.
From the pre-patch.
Yeah.
And at number 1, of
Number
course,
1.
if you know me, you know I love the class, and that is Demon Hunter. I've mained it last 2 expansions. I've cleared every raid on Heroic. I've cleared numerous mythic bosses, every freaking farm, every grind, every this, every that. I had every legendary in Legion. I had crazy high neck levels, etc., etc., etc. I got tons of experience. I really like the lore of the class. I really like the class. I hate to admit it, it is starting to get a little boring. I really wish they had come out with a new class this expansion. I
Yeah,
really
I did
do.
too.
But from what I'm seeing, the Demon Hunter is going to be like bottom barrel so far. To be fair, on the beta when I was doing dungeons, I was raping, especially AOE. So I'm still going to main it. I'm going to start it out with the expansion, and we'll see where it goes. As long as I can compete for top 5, if I'm doing my best, I'm cool with it. I know everyone likes to talk crap about the Demon Hunter, kind of like we talk about the Huntard, but it really is a lot more than a 2-button rotation.
Debatable.
So, yes, it is very debatable, and it is more than 2-button rotation. So, but yeah, that's
All
gonna be
right.
my number 1. And you, sir, what is your number 1?
My number 1 is the mage, man. You're number 4. I when I was back in vanilla in BC, I watched you playing your mage, and you just had so much damn fun destroying people. And I think it's like the go-to classic, caster. So you see the fireballs and the frost bolts and the everything like that. So I think it's really cool. Obviously, Arcane's supposed to be super valuable this time. I do like Arcane. I'm not really sure if I'll go Arcane or Frost. I definitely will be leveling Frost. I do have some experience, just pretty much normal raid experience with this one. A little bit of
You did
heroic, but
some
not too
heroic. You
much.
did some
Yeah, a
heroic.
little bit. But I'm not going to say I'm overly experienced with it, but I feel like I have enough knowledge that I should be okay. At least, I'll get through normal and then learn a whole lot more. So
Yeah,
I
you'll
like its
pick it up.
mobility. I like it, man. It's not as mobile as the Beast Mastery Hunter, but it's got some cool stuff to it. So it's got the blinks and all that jazz and the vanishes and all that. So I'm gonna go with the Mizage for number
The
1.
mid-range.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there
So
you
that
have it, guys. That's our both of our top 4 picks for the expansion. All opinion based, obviously. I don't really feel comfortable with any of the charts or graphs because
nah.
right now is like playing last expansion at 110. You don't have any of the Azerite trades. You don't have any of the legendaries. You don't have your neck. So I don't feel like anyone really knows. There are some charts and stuff for base power, but I mean that's all gonna change.
According
So
to that, Shadow Priest is a god. So
I hear Shadow Priest is really fun too. So
yeah, I mean, if I was gonna play Shadow Priest, which I probably won't, because you have 2 heal specs, and that means if one of your spec, which is
it
Shadow,
means you're
gets
gonna heal
destroyed.
sometimes. It's what it means. You're gonna
Yeah,
end up
man.
healing.
Well, and you only have 1 DPS spec, so if that gets nerfed into the ground, I mean, you have nothing to fall back on, you know. So that's
Yeah.
why I probably wouldn't go that route. I do like this though. This is pretty cool, but I don't know. I think we have a former druid going disc. We'll see what happens.
We have at least one disc priest and a possible another one. So
Possible. So, but anyway, thanks you for watching. Again, thanks all the vets out there. And thanks for listening to our crap. Put down in the comments what you think your top 4 will be that you guys want to
yeah, what do you think
raid
about our
with.
picks? What are your picks gonna be? If you have any questions? And again, happy Veterans Day and thanks for watching. Gaming Dads out.